Hey everyone, this is C Crypto Daily Buzz. Today is Saturday, August 8th, 2026. This channel summarizes the most important crypto news for investors in Southeast Asia. Bitcoin is trading near $64,887. Ethereum is around $1,915, and Solana is near $73.80. The tape is flat on the surface, but underneath there is a shift in the regulatory story. A new yield structure for Ethereum ETFs and a first-of-its-kind ETF liquidation. Let's get into it. Story 1. The United States Clarity Act has been delayed. The Senate postponed its vote on the landmark crypto market structure bill until after the August recess, pushing the decision into September. This is the most important U.S. crypto regulation currently in play. It would define which agencies oversee which tokens and clarify long-standing questions around digital asset classification. The delay creates near-term uncertainty for exchanges and issuers waiting on rulebook clarity. For Southeast Asian investors, the concern is regional. Filipino, Vietnamese, and Indonesian users often rely on U.S.-regulated platforms and stablecoin issuers for OFW remittance corridors and exchange listings, so any prolonged uncertainty in Washington can bleed into local access and product availability. Watch September closely and expect volatility around any procedural update or fresh policy statement. Story 2. Grayscale has filed an amendment to its Ethereum Staking ETF trust agreement. The filing disclosed on August 7th states that Grayscale intends to begin regular distributions of net staking reward cash proceeds to shareholders on at least a quarterly basis. This is a structural change. It turns a regulated ETH ETF into a yield-bearing instrument for U.S. brokerage and retirement accounts, without asking investors to run validators themselves. The market read is straightforward. Visible cash distributions could attract capital seeking regulated ETH exposure with a yield component, and marginal demand for Ethereum could improve. For Southeast Asian ETH holders watching from Manila, Ho Chi Minh City, or Jakarta, this matters because staking yield ETFs are exactly the vehicle regional pension pools and family offices tend to allocate to first. Story 3. The first U.S. spot Bitcoin ETF is being wound down. Hashdex has announced plans to close and liquidate its spot Bitcoin ETF, which held about $14.7 million in assets. It is expected to be the first liquidation of a U.S. spot Bitcoin ETF since the January 2024 launch cohort. The context matters. As a group, spot Bitcoin ETFs have seen net outflows in 3 of the last months, as some investors rotated toward artificial intelligence exposure. The bigger issuers still dominate flows, but the smaller vehicles are struggling to scale. For Southeast Asian retail and institutional watchers, the lesson is concentration risk. Capital consolidates in the top few funds, and marginal products can quietly disappear. Verify custody and product listings with licensed local venues before allocating. Let's recap today's 3 stories. 1. Clarity Act delayed. U.S. crypto market structure bill pushed to September. 2. Grayscale ETH Staking ETF. Quarterly staking reward distributions confirmed. 3. Hashdex wind down. First U.S. spot Bitcoin ETF liquidation. This video is for information and education only and is not financial advice. All investment decisions and risks are your own responsibility. If this video was helpful, please subscribe, hit the like button, and turn on the notification bell. And if you want more chart analysis and trading insights, join our free Telegram channel. The link is in the description below. See you in the next one.